Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Morning Markets from True Potential. Today, we'll look at how equity markets have started the month of September. Really very subdued performance from asset markets over the first 2 days of September. Very much feels as if the market is just waiting to see what comes from the US unemployment report today, the non-farm payrolls for August. Very much like last week, market was focused on Jackson Hole. This week, we seem to be focused on the unemployment figures. Really, why is that important? Because it will give some indication to the direction of future Federal Reserve policy or the timing of policy changes from the Federal Reserve, particularly as it relates to their tapering program. Certainly, they have made unemployment, the employment figures, a central part of their analysis in terms of the recovery of the US economy. A little bit of evidence of that yesterday again in the jobs market was the weekly claims number, a claims number of 340,000 on a weekly basis. That represents a pandemic era low and also has brought that continuing claims number down to 2.7 million. Also, we've seen over the past number of weeks that trend building of the weekly number being less than 400,000. Certainly that will feed into the August non-farm payrolls number, but looking back at the ADP report from earlier in the week, it was a bit disappointing. So there's a bit of a wide range, I would say, of expectations around what we will get later on today. Consensus, or the average of the economists out there, is looking for a number of around 750,000. The other thing to touch on today is a bit of political change that is in Japan, where Prime Minister Suga has suggested that he will be resigning as leader of the LDP and, as a result of that, from the position of Prime Minister. The LDP do have a dominant position in Parliament, so it's likely that the next leader there will assume that role of Prime Minister. We've seen a positive reaction in Japanese equity markets. The Nikkei 225 is up over 2% at this point in time. Really there seems to be a bit of an expectation of further economic policy stimulus coming through as a result of that political change. Also, just in Asia, wanted to touch on the Caixin Services PMI data that has come out of China. Similar picture to manufacturing, falling back below 50. Reading coming in there today at 46.7 from 54.9 last month. So really giving you an indication of the change in sentiment as measures to rein in coronavirus within China have impacted the services sector. We'll get services sector data for Europe and the UK later on this morning, and probably will show a similar trend, particularly in the UK, where we've had that impact of the pingdemic, as it's been called, where people have had to isolate, which will certainly have impacted activity. I'll leave it there for today. Please do join us again next week. Many thanks.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.